Hey, it's Steamboat here. Welcome to the latest edition of Gearbox Review. Today for the review, we'll be taking a look at two backpacks, the Hyperlite Mountain Gear Southwest 3400 and the ULA Ohm 2.0. Alright, so here we have the Hyperlite Mountain Gear Southwest 3400. I purchased this pack in 2016. Over the past couple of years, I've used this pack for a number of long distance trails, both on the PCT, the Trans-Catalina Trail. I used this pack for over 400 miles on the Arizona Trail for a section. I also intend to use this pack for my upcoming Colorado Trail through hike. So a little bit about this pack, a little bit about Hyperlite Mountain Gear. Hyperlite Mountain Gear is an American-based company. They're based out of Biddeford, Maine. All of their gear is handmade in-house in their facility that's there. They've got gear that's ranging from ultralight style summit packs to tents and shelters, to include a wide array of different types of packs. This pack will retail at $345 and you can find that online. The medium size version, the technical specs online says it's about 32 ounces. The black version is going to be 34 ounces. So the difference between the two packs, so obviously the color between white and black, but with this white version, the main body of this pack is made out of a 50 denier Dyneema composite fabric. The only difference is that on the bottom of this pack, it's 150 denier, and that's the only difference with the white one. With the black one, the entire body is made out of the 150 denier, which is adding the additional 2 ounces to the pack, just because this main body of the pack is going to be thicker and it's going to be a little more durable. So if I were to make a comparison between about how I think the durability of the black pack might hold up, there is almost zero sign of any type of wearing or failure of the materials. So overall, with all the use that I've had on this pack, so doing 1,300 miles of the Pacific Crest Trail, 400 miles of the Arizona Trail, plus using this pack for just random overnights and smaller trips that I'll take, I'm incredibly pleased with the way that this pack is held up. It's totally bomber. I don't have any doubt that this thing is going to continue to last me for years to come. So as we get down to some of the nitty gritty when it comes to this sort of thing, so as you can see, this is a roll type style pack. It's going to open at the top. So with most ultralight style packs, there are usually going to be some type of roll top structure. There is no brain that you'll see with some other like more popular commercial packs. And so the brain is just basically that container that fits on top of the pack where you have this thing that comes over the top. I guess you like put stuff in it. I've never found it that useful. So when it comes to converting to a roll top style pack, I didn't have much difficulty in making that switch because I wasn't keeping very much stuff on the brain anyway, and I thought it was just kind of getting in the way. There's 3 clips, one on the top, compression strap, and then there's going to have 2 clips on either side to hold it down. As you can see with this pack, it's got a lot of potential volume. So on the interior of this pack is 3,400 cubic inches. I don't know why Hyperlite decided to rate all their volumes in cubic inches rather than what is standard in liters. So 3,400 cubic inches is approximately 55 liters. So the interior of this pack, to include this extension collar, will fit about 55 liters. So majority of the things can fit inside of this. And as you saw, that when you don't have everything completely packed in there, you can't always roll it down and compress it. When you compress the top of the sleeve, this pack is much closer to the 2,400. The only difference between those two is just the extension collar and the size of the interior volume. Once you get everything unrolled, it's fastened with Velcro at the top, and then you just have the opening that's going to be able to get all your stuff in there. I've never had a problem carrying all the things that I need. I've been able to carry up to 6 days of food, including a bear can inside of this pack. If you add the additional storage space in the exterior pockets, that's going to add an additional 10 liters of storage space, bringing the total capacity of the pack up to about 65 liters. There's a generous amount of volume inside of this front exterior pocket. There's more than enough space in this front pocket. Really good for holding things that you might otherwise put in the brain. It's going to include things that you might need throughout the day, maybe your toilet kit, maybe some snacks, an extra jacket, anything else like that. And these side pockets, these are just like 1 liter bottle that I've got in this side, and then a 1.5 liter smart bottle that fits in on the other pocket. The one downside though is just that if you do have more than 1 water bottle in these side pockets, it can be kind of difficult to take out. So if you are carrying like 2 1-liter bottles, just with the volume and the space that's kind of allowed inside of these side pockets, it can be kind of cumbersome to take them out. So, but with 1 bottle, it's usually really easy just to be able to walk and to be able to retrieve that as you're hiking. Also on the front, there are these small attachment loops for other accessories that you can get from Hyperlite, additional like accessory pockets and these sorts of things. What I've done is I've just taken a piece of elastic cordage, just basically strung it through there so that I can also put things on the outside of my pack using the elastic. So that could be like wet socks or just anything else that I might need to dry or just kind of hold on the outside of the pack. And so it's really convenient. They've already got the attachment loops to be able to string the elastic through there. As far as the overall design of this pack, it's pretty minimal. There aren't a lot of places to be able to make small adjustments. The suspension system is very minimal. It's just going to be directly on the back. There isn't any type of mesh or spacer between your body and the backside of this pack. That can be a problem with some people. I find this to be the most comfortable. Foam spacer that's integrated into the pack, in addition to 2 aluminum stays that help to give it the support and the structure. Hyperlite Mountain Gear recommends carrying loads of less than 40 pounds. I have carried pounds up around that area with this pack, and you're going to experience the same discomfort as you normally would when you're going to carry 40 pounds, regardless of what pack that you're going to use. So you're going to have these foam shoulder straps, and they've got an integrated webbing in case that you want to attach anything to the shoulder straps. We've got a small mesh lumbar area that sits on the back of your back, and I guess is supposed to provide some sort of absorbency and comfort. You've also got these hip pockets that are integrated with the hip belt. This is the older version, so these hip pockets are a little bit smaller. I have seen the updated version of this pack after Hyperlite received complaints of their pockets being too small. I would be lying if I said that I wasn't a little jealous seeing the new packs out there, but you know, I've had this thing for a couple of years, so I've been able to make do with what I've got. And lastly, there are going to be a couple of integrated straps to be able to offer some compression. So here on the pockets, like here on the side, kind of like moving kind of laterally, and then just using all the additional space that you have for additional compression once you get your load situated in here. Overall, when it comes to the Hyperlite 3400, I'm really pleased with this pack. It was a big initial investment. I was kind of concerned that maybe it wouldn't hold up. It was the first Dyneema pack that I had bought. I think that construction and the design and the durability of this pack is spot on. Clearly, the first thing that you're going to notice is that the white color is going to take on a little bit of dirt, and it's going to give it a little individualized patina. But when that doesn't happen, these things are brand new and they basically glow. But I really am happy with the Dyneema composite. It's proven itself to be incredibly abrasive resistant, and so just like as I'm going through bushwhacking or as I'm dragging this pack across the dirt, as I'm throwing it down at the end of the day, there's been very little wear and tear on the fabric itself. There's a couple of spots where I can see, just because of the material aging, the product itself, that's to kind of be expected. There doesn't appear to be any weak spots in any of the fabric, either through the folds or through the rolls, anything else like that. All the stitching is holding up really well, with the aside from just a few spots that are kind of like right here where the shoulder strap connects to the main body. And I think that's probably because I carry too much weight and I pack my bag in properly, but that's on me, you know, that's not Hyperlite. Here we have the ULA Ohm 2.0. So Ultralight Equipment is an American company based out of Logan, Utah. They specialize in a wide array of ultralight packs. They do have a lot of other accessories. I also use their rain skirt, and I've got a silk nylon pack cover. As far as technical specs, ULA claims that the medium version is going to weigh about 34 ounces. They do recommend that you try to shoot for a base weight of about 12 pounds for a max recommended carry of 30 pounds with this pack. When I first started the AT, I weighed my pack at Amicalola Falls and it was at 37 pounds. That was to include way too much water, way too much food in a bear can. You know, it's just like you can push the limits with these packs a little bit, but do expect that you're gonna have some material failure, probably earlier than anticipated. So for the volume of this pack, the main body of the pack is 2,100 cubic inches, plus a 500-inch like extension collar that's here. And so that's gonna bring the total capacity of the interior of the pack to 39. All around, the carrying capacity is 63 liters, and that's to include the volume that you have on the side pockets and through the stretchy mesh pocket in front. And if you're considering buying a Circuit, the one big difference between the Circuit and the Ohm is that it's going to have an additional 5-liter carrying capacity. You can carry up to 35 pounds on the Circuit. It's also going to have a more robust integrated suspension system. So normally ULA is going to manufacture their products with a 400 proprietary Robic. This one in particular was, I think, a factory second that I purchased before the AT, so I was able to get it at a discount. This cam was actually less durable than the ripstop. There are a couple of spots where I think I placed my trekking poles, and you can kind of see that the carbide tips of the trekking poles had kind of ripped through the bottom. Aside from that, there's a couple little spots of abrasion that are on this like mesh stretchy pocket, just because that happens. But other than that, everything else is held together really well. When it comes to the suspension system, more of a minimal design, but there are some additional features, make it more of a traditional style pack. There's going to be a small removable frame sheet that's inside of here. There's also going to be a carbon hoop system that gives it its shape, its structure, and some of the support able to transfer that weight onto the hips. In addition to that, then you're also going to have load adjusters that are here on the shoulder straps. And there are also small adjustments that you can make on the hip belt itself. So with the ULA packs, when you order your backpack, you have an option of 2 different styles of shoulder straps. This particular style is the S strap. I don't know what the J straps might feel like, but I found the S straps to be really comfortable, just because I do have a larger chest and, you know, more of like apple-shaped, big barrel-chested dude. Will come with loops that attach around this horseshoe clip. It'll be like a long nylon loop, and then it'll also come with these 2 elastic toggles, and the idea is to be able to carry a water bottle in between those. On the other side, I did take them off because I will attach a shoulder pocket, and that's also really convenient. Nice feature about this pack is that it does have a removable hip belt. If you do choose to hike without a hip belt, then you can remove this from the system. But what's really nice about the removable hip belt is, one, that you can adjust it up or down, so you can make micro adjustments to make it more comfortable for your body. Should that you have a malfunction with your hip belt, then ULA can send you a replacement one. This is actually a new hip belt. So my previous hip belt, the pockets, the pockets on the hip belts started to blow out, and we just decided that a replacement would probably be preferable. So with a couple of these additional features on the pack, it should like make you fit a little more customized to your torso. But as you can see, there's no specially designed suspension system. This will fit right up against your back. It's not a roll top style, it's actually a cinch style, like a duffel bag. This one top suspension strap that you can attach things on the top. I'd normally put maybe a sit pad. Got this extension collar, a little cinch zip, and then it's a pillow. Also going to be an integrated sleeve that is removable that will fit a water bladder if you carry a water bladder for hydration. Then we've also got this meshy pocket that is really good about swallowing up the gear and just like being able to securely hold it in place. So that's really nice about this. And this does run basically the length of the entire pack. You've got very generously sized water bottle pockets on both sides. The elastic strap, while snug, it's not like unbelievably restrictive, so you can fit more than one water bottle here and be able to retrieve them pretty easily. Then a couple other features. We do have a couple of like little attach hoops for different accessories, and then one here on the bottom so that you can accommodate an ice axe. What's a little different about the Ohm pack is that it's got this side compression system that kind of goes in a zigzag. So once you get all your things in there, it can compress. It doesn't compress down, but it compresses in to accommodate some of that volume. Overall, I'm really impressed with the Ohm 2.0, and for ULA's customer service, any malfunctions that I've had with this pack, then I've been able to correct those issues quickly and efficiently. Like I said before, I was pushing the weight limits of this pack while I was on the AT, so that did result in me snapping the suspension hoop that was inside of this thing. I don't know if that was because of the weight or if because I was just handling my pack carelessly. I did carry it frameless for about 2 weeks, and it wasn't too bad. It was fairly comfortable with the weight that I was carrying. So what's nice about this is that it is modular. There's a lot of ways that you can adjust it for your own needs. There's a lot of removable accessories to include the frame sheet and to include the suspension hoop. So if you really wanted to and you wanted to start parsing down, this would be a great backpack to be able to do that, to be able to remove the modular pieces and slowly convert it into a frameless pack. I would recommend either of these packs for anybody who's considering going backpacking, section hiking, or a thru hike. I know that there is a $100 price point difference between these 2 packs. I'd say, you know, either one's going to be a really solid investment. Hiking trails with both of these packs, they're both comfortable, they're durable, they do what I need them to do. The last benefit of having a ULA pack is that you can sew on patches, right? I don't know if I can find a needle strong enough to penetrate a Dyneema composite, or if I'd really want to. I'm just using super glue and attaching it to the Hyperlite pack, and so that works just well too if you want to accessorize in that way, or Sharpie, I guess, paint, something. Full disclosure, I did purchase both these packs with my own funds, and any endorsement I give is based on my own experience.